Welcome back to Radio The Bong 99.5 FM, radiothebong.com, and the Radio The Bong app. Yes, I told you at the top of the hour that we were going to have a special guest in the studio, and she is here now. You can see it on our Facebook Live. You got the videos live direct to you, and also if you're in the car, then a 99.5 FM. And we also have our app available, so definitely listen on the app as well if you're getting out of your car. But we have the very, very talented, this is her second time here. Glad to have her back. And the very talented fashion model, influencer, also future actress, right? And what does she not do? She's also into mental health, also into fitness, lots and lots of things that she does. And we're going to talk to her all about that here on the show today. So please welcome Sruthi Kamprath to the studio. Hi, Sruthi. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back.
Thank
to
you.
The show.
Glad to be back.
Yeah. And if we remember correctly, we were here back in December. It's already been 6 months. Can you believe that?
That was December?
That was December.
Wow.
Yeah. So we are excited to have you back. And last time we spoke, you told me about your journey into the fashion industry, into modeling. So once again, let's just remind everybody, like, what was that journey like and what really got you into it? What motivated you to get into that?
Yeah, so what motivated me to get into modeling is one, I enjoy it. And two, I feel that South Asians are a little underrepresented. Excuse me. So I feel that it's also meaningful to me in that way.
It's meaningful to you in that. Okay. And do you think now, like, we're getting that opportunity? That like South Asians are getting that opportunity in the fashion
Definitely.
modeling, or
it's very different, I think, than it was like 10 or so years ago. Yeah. And I feel like a lot more people are getting opportunity. So it's great to see that.
That's great. That's great. And were you born here? Born here in the U.S. or were you born?
Pennsylvania, baby.
Oh, okay. She's proud of it. Look at that. Pennsylvania. Okay. Yeah. So where, like, is that Philadelphia or is that where? Pittsburgh?
Philadelphia is in Pennsylvania.
No, I mean, where exactly in Pennsylvania?
Oh my gosh. I thought you were asking if it was like a town. Yeah. Like Pennsylvania's a state.
Yeah, I know. So I know it's a state.
Just messing. Reading, Pennsylvania.
You made me think about my geography for a second. I was like, wait, did I ask that right?
Yeah, you made me second guess. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay, where exactly?
Reading, Pennsylvania. It's
no idea what that is, but okay.
Lancaster, Philly, close to
Philly.
Both of those.
Okay, well, we'll stick with Philly.
Okay, fine, Philly. Yeah, that's usually what I tell Texas people when they say where in Pennsylvania, because they only know Philly. Lancaster,
They're just
Philly.
Like, Philly. That's it. Yeah. That's the easiest thing to say, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay, cool. And what brought you here to Houston?
One of the things is to be closer to family. Second thing is for the weather. I was not built for cold weather, and yeah.
I mean, yeah, we definitely don't have the Pennsylvania cold weather, right? Or the Philly cold weather. But what do you think about all these crazy rain? Like, at least once a week nowadays, we have like crazy. It doesn't just rain. It comes with a whole package involved, right? Storm, hail, tornado.
So I don't mind it as long as I'm not driving at that time.
That's true.
Because no offense to Texas people, but Texas people can't drive in the rain. So whenever
I don't think Texas people can drive in general, to be honest.
Well, I feel like in general, though, you can like swerve, dodge them, but like when it's raining, you can't, everything's like flooded. So I feel like that's very stressful.
Okay. Now, tell us, like, what does a typical day look like for you as a model influencer? What is that typical day for you? You were telling me off air your busy schedule, like today, tomorrow, what's upcoming this month, next month. Yeah. But what does a typical day look like for you?
Yeah. So a typical day, it varies day to day depending on what my schedule looks like. But I actually create my schedule for like next month, this month. So like that, I plan things like very much in advance. So usually I cycle, like indoor cycling, in the morning or in the evening. And then depending on where that's placed, I'll go ahead and book some shoots. Okay. Either in the morning or in the evening, just whatever is opposite or after cycling time. And then in between that, I'll do homework for the online classes that I'm taking to get my counseling license. And yeah, that's about it. And then in between then, I do try to squeeze in some naps. You know, eat some eat
naps
some
are
food.
important, right?
Power naps. I'm
Yeah,
a
power
big fan
naps.
of power naps and mushroom coffee.
What's the minimum you need to like recharge? Power nap.
Honestly, 20 to 25 minutes. I just
Yeah.
need to like have my eyes like shut, go into that deep sleep, and then like I'm good.
So after 20 minutes, you're good. It's like recharge.
Yeah, I feel recharged usually
Okay.
after like 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm really tired, 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's
Gotcha.
raining, 30.
Oh yeah, that rain
Yeah.
is hard
like,
to.
Yeah.
It's hard to make you get up, especially like when there's a storm and you're just waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
Isn't that
yeah.
the hardest to
That happened to me
get
yesterday.
up? Right? Did
Yeah.
you yesterday?
Yeah, it was like difficult to wake up because I looked outside. It was all stormy.
I felt like when I got it, I start my shows at 10 a.m. I felt like I was about to do a 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. show last night.
But yeah,
like,
it gets dark here when it
Yeah.
starts to get rainy,
yeah,
like
yeah.
gloom and doom.
I know that's so it doesn't happen like that in Philly or in Pennsylvania.
Well, I feel like whatever the forecast says, it usually happens over there. Here, it's like the sun is shining one moment and then
Yeah.
next it's like hurricane. So
Yeah, that's
I just,
right. Yeah.
it's kind of hard to predict.
Yeah. So okay, with the in fashion, in modeling, how do you stay up to date with like the latest fashion trends and like how do you incorporate them into your personal style? Like so there's a lot of nowadays things move very fast, right?
Yeah.
Compared to back in the 90s, early 2000s, but now everything is so fast, right?
Yeah.
And things trend, but it trends for a very short time.
Yeah.
So how do you stay up to date with that?
Yeah, so I always try to maintain my personal style because at the end of the day, that's going to be my foundation for everything I do.
Yeah.
And so I do my research on like TikTok or like Instagram Reels,
Right.
and I see like what's trending, like that recent makeup trend.
Yeah.
The what was it, Ashoka? The Ashoka trend, the one,
Something like that.
this one.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
The
was
whole
trending for a while.
hands
so
in the face thing. Yeah.
yeah. So I do my research to see what's trending at the time, and then like every other month or so, I'll try to do something similar to that concept and then incorporate that in my work. So I'm still doing stuff that's trending, but I'm also maintaining whatever I'm doing. So, to have that balance.
Nice. Okay.
Thank
So it must be that guy. Got to give it to you with that life you have, that busy life. But to stay up to date, it's not an easy task.
Yeah,
it?
no, definitely not. I mean, as you know, like in
Yeah.
your own line of work, you have to adapt
Yeah.
all the time.
Now I know you've done so many shoots. You've done so many, so many projects, right? But
Yeah.
is there one that's like that stands out to you, or is there one that's been like very memorable to you that you always think about?
That's a good question. So I don't think there's one particular shoot that stands out to be my favorite. But if we're talking about like types of shoots or categories, I would say bridal is one of my favorites because it just feels like a very dreamy, like fairy tale-esque, like far from reality, I guess, So it's like, I enjoy that. I enjoy that the most.
Wow.
It's like
Okay.
princess vibes.
The princess vibe.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
having the princess vibes.
Nice. Okay. And with the expectations of the fashion industry, with the the pressures of it, like is it hard maintaining that, like, because nowadays before there were certain things you could get away with, right?
Yeah.
Now it's everything handpicked. Everybody's just like handpicking every small little thing, and then there's controversies, this, that. But how do you handle that? How do you handle your image? How do you handle those pressures on that?
Yeah, so I try to imagine like I'm in an ocean and try to not get pushed around or limit how much I get pushed around by the waves. So by that, I mean, like in Houston, particularly, the fashion industry is actually very like very cliquey and really hard to break into.
Yeah.
So because of that, I just do my best to do what I can for my shoots. So instead of focusing on how I can like blend in and try to like get into those circles, I just say like whatever, and I do my thing. And if it works out well, great. If not, at least I did my own thing.
At least you did. Okay. So you're kind of just like, okay, you just focus on doing your thing.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, you let it in 1 year, let it out.
Yeah. I'll do everything I can to make it work. And then the rest is whatever.
And does that go with, because I know it's hard sometimes. Do you read up on it? Like, do you let it get to you when you hear like something negative or you see something negative or now did it grow over time where you're just, in the beginning it might have been different, but now it's like, okay, just one ear out the other.
Yeah. I think, actually, yeah, you gave me some really good advice about this industry a while ago, but I definitely used to take it a lot more harshly back in the day, like when I was like just getting started out. But now it's like I'll use my own judgment to see like, is it constructive criticism? Like, is someone telling me, okay, you could do this better? Like, what's the intention behind what they're telling me? Are they trying to help me and improve my performance, or are they just trying to like make me feel bad? So I'll figure that out first, and then I'll decide how I want to perceive their advice and stuff. But usually like I get a lot of people that say, oh, you should do this, you should do that. And it's like, I'm just like, okay, thanks for the input.
Yeah, you just think thanks for the input, but you do what you feel. You do what your heart tells you. And
yes,
you go with that.
Yeah,
that's cool. And there's that. I even played on radio. There's that quote by Will Smith in one of his. I think it was "Pursuit of Happiness." If I'm not mistaken. But he said, "Don't ever let somebody tell you that you can't do something. If there's something you want, people can't do something themselves so they're gonna tell you that you can't do it.
Exactly.
If you want something, go get it. Right? Yeah,
I think there's a lot of truth in that.
Is that the mindset you use?
Yeah, very much so, because I feel that
is there ever a time where people tell you, hey, don't do this, but you feel like no, this is what I think I can do, this is what you want to do, and you do it? Okay.
I actually get that quite a lot. And if their reasoning makes sense, I'll like take it and have like a conversation with them. But otherwise, it's like, it's usually because they're like unhappy with something, so they just say like, oh, it's hard to be this type of model or whatever, or it's hard to be a model with like this height, but like I've made it work. So
you made it work.
Yeah,
you made it. That's awesome. So we're here in the studio on Radio The Bung 99.5 FM, Brunch Beats, live with Sruthi. She's in the studio today. You can see it on Facebook Live and hear it on in the car as well on 99.5 FM. And drop your comments, drop your, if you have any questions, if you want to talk to her as well, if you have anything to ask her, you can do that as well. We have our WhatsApp line open, 713-974-4000. That's 713-974-4000. Now, all fair, me and you have talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah.
How now? Okay, we have so many platforms, right? We have TikTok, we have Instagram, and you're very active on your Instagram. I've seen that. Now there's Threads, there's Facebook and Snapchat, all that. But I know it's a big part of your career. But how do you engage with your followers? How do you stay up to date with all the platforms that you have? But how do you stay engaged with your followers?
Yeah, so I stay engaged by trying to create or post content that I think they would like. Okay. So for example, like a lot of the stories that I post, it's like something to do with my dog, right? Or like some type of question in my story, like have you moved your body today? Like, asking people questions to try to like engage with them, basically. Yeah. Or really cute pictures, like dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats, okay.
Yeah, what people like to see.
So how many? You have a dog and you have
2 cats.
So you have 2 cats
and 1 dog.
Okay, and do they get along? That's the main question.
Yeah, the girl cat doesn't really hang out with the boy cat and the boy dog. The boy cat and the boy dog are best friends.
The boy cat and the boy dog
are best friends. Girl cat.
So it's a boy thing? It's like a guy thing or what?
Yeah.
They have their guy moments?
They share snacks and everything too. Like it's actually very cute. And if one of them appears to be hurt, the other one will like come running and like,
so what
investigate.
Does the girl cat think that the boys have cooties or something, or what is going on?
Yeah, I think she's like I call her like a COVID cat because we got her during COVID. So I just think she's just very like mindful of her space, you know? Like if she wants to be touched or petted, she'll come to you. But if you try otherwise, she just like, she puts her hand up and looks very disgusted.
It's like, nah, get away, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, now when you, like I said, you're very active on your Instagram. You're very active on your social media, and I've seen you collaborate with a lot of different brands.
Yeah.
Now, how do you know, brand collaborations, partnerships, when they reach out to you or when you reach out to them?
Yeah.
How is that approach? And is there ever a time where you're just like, nah, may not want to? You don't have to mention the names, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna put you on the spot here and get you in trouble. But is there ever a time where you think about it too, and you're like, maybe not this brand? Or,
yeah.
So what goes into consideration in that?
Definitely. I'm very mindful of what is on my Instagram feed, especially like my posts, because whatever I associate with will affect me as well.
Okay.
So when a brand wants to do a collaboration, I'll do like my research to see how reputable they are. Is their content professional looking? It's like, you know, you don't want like all your content to be just like someone holding like a tilted camera and taking like pictures of you, right?
Yeah.
Like you want it to have a certain level of quality.
And
so I'll do my research on that. And then if they want to collaborate on something, I will. But there have been times where like some brands have been like, oh, like, do you want to collaborate on this like post? And I'll like look at the post and I'm like, no, like, please don't even tag me in this because like I don't want it to show up.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And like I said, we're in the studio here with Sruthi. She's talking to us about her journey into the fashion world, also her life as an influencer. And I know we also mentioned acting. Was that something you're looking to? Like, where are we going to see you as the Wonder Woman too? Are you the next Wonder Woman?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, so I'm doing what I can to get more acting opportunities. In terms of time, like it's just more substantial than modeling. Like I'll still do modeling, but I feel like it brings another skill set, you know, like having to control your expressions and like how realistic can you make something look. And, you know, it's an art, you know, so I think it's also a form of expression. So I really like it. And I want to get into more stuff after the car commercial. I had a lot of fun pretending to be a victim, like getting hit. Like pretending is the key word, you know. Pretending. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun with that. So I think that really got me more interested into that. So I'm trying to transition from modeling into acting, vice versa. They're both, you know, very interconnected. So
awesome. And now that you're here, is there anything you can share with us that you know, your upcoming projects, your little sneak peek or little, you know, hints on what's up and coming? Yeah.
So, you know, when like you have a lot of things about you personally, but no one knows about looking at your social media.
Right.
So one of those things for me is that I'm a USPTA certified tennis professional.
Oh, wow.
So like, it's like I don't like go around like saying that, right? It's on my Instagram page, but like I don't have like a lot of like shoots or anything related to tennis. So one of the things I'm excited for is I have a tennis video shoot coming up, so you can like actually see me play and stuff. Okay. So I'm really excited for that. And then I have a couple of slightly spicy shoots coming up.
All right.
So, you know, to just
spicy.
Yeah, just like so like mild spice, like more spice, you know. I really like slightly edgy concepts because it's like, I don't know, I just like gravitate towards that. But yeah, so that's a few of the things coming up, but a lot of stuff coming this summer.
All right. Awesome. You can follow, well, you want to let them know what's your Instagram so they can follow all your upcoming projects and your previous work.
Yeah, so, sounds good. So my Instagram is my first name dot last name. So Sruthi, SRUTHI .KAMPRATH.
Awesome.
Yep, that's it.
Follow her on Instagram, like she said. That's her first name dot her last name, and you know, stay up to date with all of her work, her upcoming projects. And do you have like a favorite tennis player or somebody that's inspired you or somebody that you always follow?
I think we actually spoke about this last time as well. I really like Roger Federer.
Okay.
Because of the way he carries himself. Because he plays very gracefully, but he's also like his level of sportsmanship, like he has never let it get to his head. And I feel like that's really hard, especially when you're that rich and famous and that much of like a renowned athlete.
Awesome. Yeah, Roger is a legend, right?
Yeah, and like the Rolex, like looks
You'll
nice
get there one day, right? You'll be branding Rolex and all those big brands like Rolex and all the other big ones.
It's on the list. I'm gonna do my best to see where it goes. Yeah.
Awesome. And along with that, before we wrap up today, you're also into mental health. Like you're also into I understand that you want to help out with more people that might be in the need of help or like that you think the awareness is where do you think the awareness is now? Or do you think more people are reaching out for help, or do you think it still needs some work?
Well, I think it still needs some work. However, it's a lot better than it used to be. And the classes that I mentioned, I told you about that I'm taking, Texas was like, the state of Texas was like, we're not going to accept all of your education from Pennsylvania from your master's program. So you got to retake these 3 classes. So I'll be done in August, though, and I'll get my my licensed professional counselor associate license, so I can start seeing clients this August. So I'm really excited about that. But I noticed a lot more people talk openly about mental health, and every time they do, it just makes me like so happy. Like even like when you meet someone for the first time, I've had people say like, oh yeah, so like I wasn't feeling good last week, my mental health was down.
Yeah.
And it was just really nice to hear people talk about it as if it was like, oh yeah, like, something like in such a casual way, like you're not like scared to talk about it. And it's really nice.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you're right. It still needs some work, but it's always good to now that people are coming out more and then talking about it. But if anybody ever wants to reach out to you, can they? Like for mental health? So you can give your Instagram one more time, and they can reach out to you there.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's Sruthi.Kamprath, SRUTHI.KAMPRATH.
That's right. And before we go today, anything else that you'd like to say to our Radio The Bung listeners?
I was trying to think of something, think of something meaningful. Actually, yeah, I do have something that's been helping me recently. Okay. So every day we are faced with different options, right? Don't choose what's easier. You'll thank yourself for choosing the harder option of things. So
it's better to choose a harder.
Yeah, if you want, and I mean that's related to like personal growth, right? So like if you have a choice to like open your fridge and eat some like microwave chicken tenders, or if you have an opportunity to make yourself something a little bit healthier. Yes, it's harder, but make the harder choice for yourself. Like prioritize yourself.
All right. I love that. Well, Sruthi, thank you so much for coming in to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
This won't be, again, we'll have you back very, very soon. And watch out. Maybe me and Sruthi might do something more on a daily or weekly basis, right? Something here on Radio The Bung. But yes, follow her on Instagram. And thank you to Mike Khan, who's the main man here at Radio The Bung 99.5 FM. Our engineer, Tariq Khan, thank you so much. And high five to you for coming in today. Thank you. You had to lean over a lot to get that high five. But
it's a good stretch.
Yeah, that was quite a high five there.
Yeah,
I can feel it.
I've been told to have a powerful high five.
All right. Yeah. I like that. But thank you again. And we're going to continue Throwback Thursday here on Radio The Bung 99.5